It's okay if your parents didn't do it for you. You have the pen and the paper for your life. Write the essay and hand it in to God. He's going to review the rough draft. He's going to give back to you what he don't want to happen. And then your life is going to be what your life going to be. You keep talking about what happened yesterday. Yesterday ain't here no more.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but in 2025, you have no choice but to make your dreams come true. Next year, you need to become unrecognizable. People that know you need to be shocked at the person you become in 2025. There has never been a better time than now to become successful. The amount of information you have at your disposal on how to become a success is proof of that. There are a lot of people that are doing absolutely nothing with their lives. So many NPCs walking around not knowing what they want to do with themselves. They're literally taking themselves out of the competition. Why are you not seeing this as an opportunity? Are you not tired with the way your life is going? Are you not tired of waking up every single day and doing something you don't want to do? Is there not an anger that burns inside of you when you see other people achieve their dreams and live out their passions, and you ask yourself, what is it that these people have that I don't have? The truth is, there really isn't anything all that different between you and them, other than the fact that they probably possess stronger mental qualities than you, such as they believe in themselves, they're consistent, they're willing to take risks, and above all else, they don't care about what other people think about them. 2025 is serious business. You don't have the luxury of sitting around hoping that things get better. 2024 has battered and bruised a lot of us. A lot of us have gone through whirlwinds and disappointment, but we need to take all the experience that we've learned in 2024 and use it to propel us to our greatness in 2025. Don't enter 2025 if you know you're going to do the exact same things you were doing in 2024 and expect monumental results. Absolutely insane. I'm Nigerian, and in my household there's a saying we say, it get time where person life supposed to change. Why is your life not changing? What are the things you need to do to achieve the things you so want in life? The theme in 2025 is serious business. Anybody that wants to get in the way of you achieving your dreams or your happiness, they need to get dropped instantly. The barrier for entry is so low, guys. So low. People become anything they want in life now with minimal effort. Humble beginnings qualify you for greatness. Stop thinking about what could be and go out there and actually make it happen. Have a fantastic evening.
There is absolutely nothing in this world that you can't recover from. There is nothing that can happen to you in this life that you can't come back from as long as you have Jesus. Now, we hear about the story of Job a lot and how he lost everything. Now, the chapter that does stick with me is Job 42. And in verse 10, it says, after Job had prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortunes and gave him twice as much as he had before. It goes on to say, the Lord blessed the latter part of Job's life more than the former part. Now, the word restore, it means to reestablish, to return something to its original state. But because God is God, he not only returned Job to his original state, he gave him twice as much as he had before. Now, you might be going through the worst heartbreak ever. You might be going through a financial situation, but the Lord's word says he blessed the latter part of Job's life more than he did the former part. So whatever it is that you're grieving for, let it go and just realize that God has bigger and better things in store for you. And God will restore. Now, I find that word really beautiful. He will return to the original state. He will return things to what they were before. But because God is God, he will bless you with twice as much. I'm just breastfeeding, so yeah, I whoever needs to hear this, God will restore, God will reestablish, and God will bless the latter part of your life more than he did the former.
Do you want to know what the hardest lesson that people refuse to learn in life, and it causes their lives to be so crappy because they can't learn this lesson? Do you want to know what that is? I'm Dr. Sarah Hensley. I'm a specialized social psychologist. I've been studying the science of attachment and attraction for almost 20 years. I also have a lot of life knowledge because I've been through a lot in my 42 years. A lot. The lesson is, for God cannot be deceived or mocked. You reap what you sow. Your life is your fault. Your life is your fault. Does this mean that all suffering that you've experienced is your fault? No, it doesn't. Sometimes we can't control life events. We can't control other people. We can't control what happens to us all the time. But here are two things you for sure as heck can control: your effort, your attitude, and whether you absolutely take the side of a victim or an overcomer. We know, people, we know. We have the science on what takes someone from post-traumatic stress to post-traumatic growth. We know what those things are: your effort, your attitude, and what you have learned from the experience, and whether you take that lesson from the suffering and you use it to propel yourself forward to better circumstances. That is what people who have post-traumatic growth have done, and it is what people who have post-traumatic stress have failed to do. I am not blaming victims for having PTSD. I had CPTSD for a number of years. I do not have it anymore. I have post-traumatic growth, and what changed for me was getting outside of victimhood, declaring myself an overcomer of my circumstances, and taking the lessons from the suffering, integrating them into my psyche, and using them to propel me forward into success. And I've had some doozies of trauma, some real doozies, one of which happened not too long ago. But I refuse to be a victim. Forget that. Forget victimhood. That is from Satan. It's a super glue to hell, and I will not participate, not one day. Whew, just needed to get that off my chest.
If there is something that you really want to do, but every single time you go to do it, you just feel stuck and paralyzed, like you can't get it done, and especially if it comes with your internal voice talking to you negatively and basically telling you that you can't do it, it's because you have low confidence in yourself. And what I mean by that is that you have ruined or have a low reputation with self. It means that every single time that you've told yourself that you're going to do something, you haven't done it. And this is why you guys need to understand that the worst person you can lie to is yourself. Do not lie to yourself, because your subconscious is a recording device and it keeps track of your thoughts, your actions, everything. As I said to you before, it knows you better than anybody else on this earth. So if you don't keep your word to yourself, and every time you tell yourself you're going to do something, you don't do it, it's like you get a cross on your report. It's like at school when you get like an absence, like you didn't attend. That then translates into the confidence that you have within yourself. So when you then go to go do certain things, you feel stuck because your body, your mind, everything, your subconscious knows that you're a liar. It means that that thing that you're attempting to do, you don't match with that thing. You're not levels because you haven't been doing what you're supposed to do. Your confidence is low. That's what your subconscious is telling you. Because every single time you set out to do something, or you tell yourself you're going to do something, you don't do it. That's why you have negative self-talk. The way to reverse that is by start telling yourself you're going to do certain things and do it. Get 1W, 2W, 3Ws, keep getting wins and watch things change. But start paying attention to how the voice inside your head starts changing.
This fitness influencer I follow, like absolute bombshell. She said, excuses make today easier and tomorrow harder, and discipline makes today harder but tomorrow easier. So I'm here at the gym on the Stairmaster.
Listen, I don't care how cringe you think you're going to look, just try. Like imagine you blocking your blessings because you're overly concerned about what someone is going to think of you, when really and truly, what they think of you is probably more to do with their perspective on the world. It's more to do with the way they see the world in general. And I get it. I've been in that space where I've tried to see how big I can win while still playing small, whilst hiding in the shadows. But the truth is, you have to get into the arena. You cannot live your life on the sidelines, and you surely cannot live your life being overly concerned about being seen to be trying. And sometimes you're going to try, you're going to take the risk, and you won't get the exact response that you want, but just know that it's all adding up to the big picture in some way. No experience will be wasted, but how can you get the experience if you're too afraid to try?
Never mind how I look, guys. I have a very important message to share. Once I understood this, my life changed. My life took a 360. If you can understand this, I promise you, you will never worry about anything in your life ever again. You know how we say that beliefs create your reality? What you believe in creates the reality that you are living right now. What you need to understand is that we are always constantly believing in something. All the time we are believing in something. There is not an area in your life that you do not have beliefs about. You are believing in something all the time. Now the difference is, faith is when you believe that that thing is going to work out. Is when you believe that things are going to work out. Faith is when you trust God. Doubt is also a belief, but a belief that things are not going to work out. Doubt and faith are both beliefs. You are always believing, whether you like it or not. That's why we say beliefs create your reality. You are always believing in something. Either you are believing that it's gonna work out, we say you have faith, or you believe that it's not going to work out, we say you have doubt. So check your life and check yourself. Are you doubting or are you having faith? Because whatever it is that you are having is a belief. You are believing, whether you like it or not. Either you are believing on an outcome that you do not wish for or you don't like, or you are believing in an outcome that you want, which we say you have faith. Once you understand that we are co-creating with God, we are co-creating with the universe. It's not a one-man show. You are not the co-creator. You are co-creating. Co and co, it's two different things. You are co-creating with the universe. It's not only you. You cannot control everything. So if you try and control everything and then you get disappointed and then you start doubting and then you say, hi, this thing doesn't work. It works. You just need to know how it works. If you do not know how to control your thoughts, you will not know how to control your life.
Make it exist. You can make it look good later. Clock it. You are going to spend the majority of your life trying to get every circumstance perfect. If you don't, just start the plan of action today. You may not have all the finances for it. You may not have all the people for it. You may not have all the ideas to make it great. But if you don't start, it's going to take you so much longer to get to those parts of the plan. Today and every day after, stop thinking about how the situation is not what it needs to be. Because a lot of it isn't. When you start a new job, you start school, you don't go in knowing how you're going to pass the exam to graduate. You don't go in knowing how you can go up 3 levels, get that promotion. You learn. So don't wait for the right moment, because there never is one. It's just now and later.
Like, I just think that a lot of people don't realize that the main thing is if you stay consistent and if you genuinely fucking believe in yourself and you keep going no matter what happens, no matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody does, no matter what kind of obstacles you face, if you keep going and you stay consistent and you still believe in yourself through all the challenges, through all the struggle, through all that shit, and you keep going and you keep going after your dreams and you keep doing the things you know you need to do, it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. It's only a matter of time before it works out. And you might need to be hearing this right now. Like, keep fucking going, bro. Like, I don't care what kind of obstacles you're facing. I don't care how many haters you have. I don't care how much doubt you face on a day-to-day basis. Keep fucking going, because if you keep going, you will get there. It's only a matter of time.
Harsh truth, but you need to hear it. This is coming from someone who lacked discipline and self-trust like a year ago. The only reason why you're not disciplined, right? It's not that you're not capable of discipline. It's not that you're lazy. It's not that you're not productive. It's the fact that you don't trust yourself, because discipline comes with self-trust. And if you do not trust yourself on a subconscious level, you're never going to be able to form discipline. Because think about it. In order to gain discipline, discipline is doing the things that you don't want to do and still doing them. Whether it's going to the gym, whether it's, I don't know, I can only think of going to the gym, or eating healthy or something. It's doing things that you do not want to do, but you're doing it because you've built a habit with yourself. You've built routine within yourself. This is something that's going to help you. It's going to better you. It's for your own betterment. So you choose to do it. It's a choice to do the things you don't want to do, even though you need to do them. And so if you're someone who has constantly been like, yeah, I'm going to eat better, or I'm going to start going to the gym this week, or I'm going to start getting up earlier, or I'm going to start journaling, I'm going to start meditating, and then you don't follow through with yourself, you're subconsciously telling yourself that if you say that you're going to do something, you're not going to follow through, which means you don't have self-trust with yourself, which means it's going to be harder for you to form discipline because you don't even trust yourself enough to gain discipline in the first place. And it's not hard to break out of. You just have to build small habits and follow through with them. How I did this for myself was I said, like in March, I gave myself 3 habits to do every single day. It was, and mind you, I do these things every single day already sometimes. Like, my habits were taking my birth control every day when my alarm went off, washing my face in the morning and at night, and brushing my teeth before, like when I went to bed and when I woke up. And it wasn't the fact that I wasn't doing them every day. It was the fact that I wasn't doing them when I wanted to do them. Like, I would wake up and then do other things before brushing my teeth. Or I would wake up and, do something else before, like, washing my face. I would wake up and scroll before doing that. No. I said, I'm going to wake up. As soon as I get out of bed, I'm going to brush my teeth, wash my face, do whatever I need to do. When my alarm goes off for birth control, it wasn't that I wasn't taking my birth control. It was that I was snoozing the alarm when it went off to take the birth control. So instead of snoozing the alarm, I'm just going to take the birth control when my alarm goes off. And by me doing that, by me waking up, getting out of bed when my alarm went off and going straight to the bathroom to do the things that I said I would do, it built trust in myself to continue to keep adding on more extensive habits to my routine. Like you're not just gonna force yourself to do shit that you don't want to do immediately. You have to start small in order to see big results. Like it's gonna take time, and that's okay. All we got is time. Really, you literally just have to start with the smaller things. And now that I do that, I literally, whenever I get up out of bed, I go and brush my teeth. I wash my face. It's an unconscious habit now because I followed through with myself in the hard times when I didn't want to do it. When my alarm went off, when I was doing something busy and my alarm went off to take birth control, I'm like, fuck. I had to do it. I went and did it because I wrote it down. Writing down your habits and writing down your goals, writing down things that you say you want to do, and actually it allows you to follow through with them because you wrote them down. I don't know what the science is behind it. Whenever I write something down, I always feel like I have an obligation to complete it. So start small. It's literally still the beginning of the month. Not really. We're kind of 2 weeks in, but who cares? Start small. For this month of July, write out 2 things that you're going to do every single day consistently and follow through with yourself and do them. And then the next month, add on 3 more habits on top of those 3 habits that you did for the previous month. That's how you build good habits. That's how you build discipline. Okay? You can do it. It's easy. I did it. And I used to be the most undisciplined person in the entire world. I swear on everything. Now I'm very disciplined. I have a strict schedule. I get up. I go to the gym. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I do that. Why? Because it's a part of, I could make a whole big ass video as to why habits and your identity need to coexist in one, and they need to all shift at the same time in order to get the life you want to live. But that life you want to live is on the opposite side of discipline. And it's simple.
See, you avoid things like taking risks and starting your own business and going to med school and getting into that relationship and starting that hobby, not because you're scared of failure. You're actually scared of success. You're scared that if you succeed, you won't know who you are anymore. You're scared that if you start a TikTok page, you'll technically identify as like a content creator, and that's not how you've identified your whole life. You're scared that if you start your own business, you'll have to identify as an entrepreneur, and you've never identified as that your entire life. And your mind is freaking out about the concept of not you failing, because if you fail, all's well. Your life doesn't really change if you fail. But if you succeed, everything changes if you succeed. Your wealth, your health, the way you identify, the way people perceive you, and that, to your subconscious mind that wants to sabotage you, is way.
I'm a 24-year-old millionaire, and I think I cracked the code to being successful at a young age. If you do all of these things going into the next year, I guarantee that 2025 is going to be the most pivotal, life-changing year of your life, but you actually will have to do these things I'm going to say. I've lived it. I've done it. My life has changed. Here's exactly what you need to do. First and foremost, you need to find God. If you don't have God, you have nothing. You need to build and kindle your relationship with God. Whoever your God is, I know mine. You need to find yours. Secondly, you need to do everything that you possibly can do to get out of your hometown. That is by far the most important thing ever. A lot of you guys don't know what you want to do. You want to make millions of dollars. You want to live get out of your hometown. That needs to be your first objective, because people in your hometown are very small-minded. They're never going to help you grow. You're going to keep repeating these same patterns throughout your whole life if you never get out of there. That needs to be your primary objective. I moved to Miami at 20 years old. Didn't know anybody down there because I needed to grow. I needed to get out of my comfort zone. I needed to see what was possible. So I just went home for Christmas, and it's just insane how nothing there has changed over the past 4 years. And my life has changed so dramatically over those 4 years because I've allowed myself to expand my brain. When you get out of your hometown and you get into more affluent areas and you see what's possible, it expands your brain, because people in your hometown probably think like driving a Camry, making $15 an hour for the rest of their life is like normal. $20 an hour is like normal. That's like good enough. But if you get out of your hometown and you're surrounded by people who are winning, you will literally start to win. Show me your 5 best friends and I'll show you your future. It's that simple. And if none of your friends are trying to motivate you and inspire you to go after and get it, you have to do it for yourself. You need to be the one that inspires them to get after it and go get it. So you have God, you move out of your hometown. That's really all you need to do. That's all you need to do. You need to pick one thing and make laser focused specific goals on how you're going to make money doing that thing that you want to do. Because right now your brain's all over the place. You want to do this, you want to do X, Y, Z, and you have no idea how you're going to make it happen. You need to get so crystal clear on your plan that you when someone asks you how are you going to make it happen, you can give them an A to Z step-by-step breakdown of exactly how you're going to, because it's like a dartboard. You can't, if you try to throw a dart at a dartboard and you don't know where the bullseye is, how are you ever going to hit the bullseye? You simply can't. And the fourth thing is you need a burning desire. I'm sure you can just hear the passion in my voice. I have a passion to live the best quality life possible. I have a passion for being number one. Maybe not number one in the world, but I want to be, I am a very competitive person. And if you aren't competitive, you probably have low testosterone and you should probably go get your hormones checked, because you should, everything in life is competition. Business, competition. You should always strive to be the best. And some people will say, well, it's just toxic. No, it's not. The only reason why we ever evolved to get here in the first place is competition. And you are so lazy, all you have to do is sit back, play video games, Uber Eats shit to your house, and your life is on comfort mode. You need to compete with that man in the mirror and say, I'm gonna be better than you tomorrow. Every single day, I will be better. You have to have a burning desire for change. And if you can do all of those things and back it with consistency, you do it every single day without fail, no excuses, your life will change. 2025, it's another new year. We got another new opportunity for you to actually make a difference. Are you going to, or is this going to be another year that gets fucking evaporated from the your field that you had an opportunity to take advantage of, but you just let it go by you because you fell back into that comfort hole? Come on, bro. I'm tired of seeing you waste your fucking potential. Please, your whole bloodline is cheering you on, bro. All of your ancestors are cheering you on. Come on.
I need you to listen to me. No, I'm not selling you anything. I'm giving you a life lesson that is going to probably change your life, just like I've changed your life with decluttering, organizing, and hoarding. I save you money. I do whatever's best for you. And that's why you guys keep telling me to tell you what to do. So let's go. Get closer and look at me. You are going to stop running your mouth and telling your business to everyone. Good things don't happen to people that go run their mouth and tell the whole world what is happening before it has happened. Because you know what does happen? The universe stops it. The more you're preaching about it and showing off about it, and even if you're excited about it from a good place, it's not going to happen. Now I'm going to give you a little scenario, so let's play this out. You have a friend who is not happy with her love life. Nothing is really working out in her life right this second. She's always like trauma dumping on you and she's depressed. And then next thing you know, you're going to her and you're like, hey, oh my gosh, this is happening for me. That's happening for me. I'm so happy. Things are perfect. Do you really think a person that is so down, people can be happy for one another, don't get me wrong. But do you think when a person is so down in their low lows and you're going there and showing off your high highs, that they're going to have really good reactions to that? Do you really think that on a human level? You know that you know better. So starting today, you've already decluttered with me. You've organized your shit with me. You are starting to save money. You're deleting certain apps. You're listening to what I'm telling you to do, right? It's because it's making a difference. So now start doing this. We need to make sure you and I were together becoming like super well-rounded of a human. So yes, we're getting our life together, but that also means that zipping this, like just zip it. Not everyone needs to know everything. When you launch your big business, when you have that big break and you have this big job and you're on vacation, they'll see. You don't have to tell them. So from now on, we're just, the minute you start texting someone something, oh my gosh, can you believe this just happened? You're going to delete that text and you're not going to send it. And when you get a job offer, you're not going to tell anyone. You're just going to take it and be like, oh, hey, oh yeah, by the way, that happened. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to tell you, it wasn't important. And see how your life changes. You guys come to me every day and tell me how much your life is changing because of what you're implementing. Do this and come back and tell me.
Stop telling people your business. You need to use discernment when you speak to certain people about your goals and about your plans, because people are more nefarious than you'd like to think out here. If this year taught me anything, I need to keep every single thing I'm doing, all of my moves, anything that I'm interested in, any person I'm interested in, close to my chest until said thing has been completed. There are people out here who will pretend to like you, just to collect information on you, just to get close to you, just to know what you're doing, what you're interested in. If anything goes awry in that friendship, best believe they are ruining anything that you ever told them, or they're going to try at least. Any information about someone is currency, and any information can be traded for more currency. Don't let anyone know that you're in the interview process. Don't let anyone know that you're dating someone until you are in a relationship with that person. Don't let anyone know that you're interested in anything until said thing has been completed. We feel as if we're closer to that person when we overshare, when we share. Getting to know someone does not mean oversharing what you're doing and what your plans are. You have to use that discernment, your God-given discernment. And even if something was ruined, thank God for that. Always thank God for that experience, because now you know better. And when you know better, you truly do better.
If you want to be successful, then you need to be quiet. Just be quiet. Learn. Think. Write. Talk when there's something to be said, but don't just talk to talk. I hope this helps. Bye, y'all.